Mariners lose the second game 5-7 versus the Royals in a late inning loss. Matt Brash blows it in the eighth inning. We're going to cover everything today, and we're also going to break down Cal Raleigh versus Aaron Judge for the MVP. That's definitely a super interesting race that I've been locked in on, and then a key bullpen piece that has turned it around in the second half. Hi, guys. I'm Sam Edwards, and welcome to the Mariners Daily Podcast, the podcast for the thinking Mariners fan. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode 3. Fantastic. We're moving right along. Today is going to be an even rougher episode. My printer ran out of ink. Yeah, you can't make it up. My printer ran out of ink, so I'm gonna be glancing at a second window and looking at my notes and making sure I'm covering everything for you guys. Thanks so much for listening. Watching, whatever you're doing. Let's cover the game recap real quick. Like I said, 5-7 loss. Just couldn't hold on. But we do have some highlights to cover. Bryce Miller did look okay, besides the 3-run homer to Perez in the first inning. 5 innings, 8 hits, only 3 earned runs from the 3-run homer, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Honestly, I'll take that. I will take that. Miller's going to be susceptible to the homer. And 5 innings, only 3 runs given up. That's fine. It keeps the Mariners in the game. Cole Reagans only went 3 2/3 innings pitched. 1 hit, which was a 2-run homer from Gino Suarez. 2 earned runs total for his start, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Suarez with the 2-run homer, he went 4 for 4 on the day and even tried to provide some last minute magic in the end. JP Crawford as well with a home run in the 8th inning. Got the Mariners above them. It was 4-3. 4-3 going to the bottom of the 8th. I felt like we had it made in the shade and that the Mariners finally, late game magic, we're going to be able to hold on to this, but Matt Brash came in and just did not have it. Freaking Adam Frazier hits a 2-run homer of all people. I did not think that was going out either. I just thought it was going to be a double or something. Oh gosh, yeah, Adam Frazier with the 2-run homer. Not great. Brash gives up 4 hits, 4 earned runs total, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. It's not great. It didn't look good. Shake it off. Every reliever has one of these, even a dope pitcher like Matt Brash. He's gonna be fine. Um, and then and then top of the ninth, Mariners get things going again. They get a couple hits. They got Gino on third. They got first and third, no outs. Dominic Canzone comes up, the stud of yesterday's, or not last night's game, but the night before, of Tuesday night's game, and he grounds into a double play. And I will say it was a very slick double play from Adam Frazier. Very quick hands. It was a tricky hop that the grounder takes, and he was able to get a double play. Mariners do score 5-7, but it felt like a little too late. Um, yeah, it felt like they were gonna start stringing some hits together and really start making this a game, and maybe even tie it up or at least get within one. But it wasn't meant to be. Double play, not great. Mariners lose 5-7. Shake it off. Move on to the next game. I think they're gonna be fine. Obviously, winning 10 straight, like they're gonna be fine. Nothing to worry about here. But it's disappointing. It's very disappointing. Moving on. Let's cover the bullpen here. What's going on with the bullpen? So obviously Matt Brash had that late, blow up. I don't want to cover that. I want to cover a guy. Now I didn't even want to call this a player profile segment. I was gonna just start comparing the Mariners first half to their second half, but as I started digging more and more, comparing the Mariners first half to the second half and what are the differences, it's the bullpen through and through. And then as I kept digging, I found the guy. I found the culprit. The reason there's such a big difference. Such a big difference. I don't know if he's the reason, but he did some things. All right, sorry. I'm gonna stop alluding to this. The bullpen, first of all, let's just cover basic stats. Up to June 30th, they were 10th in ERA and 22nd in FIP in bullpen ERA. Sorry, in FIP and in ERA up until June 30th. Since July 1st, since then, they are 8th in ERA and 3rd in FIP. What's the big change? Eddard Bazardo. Been pretty good. look at his stats for the entire season. He looks very good. However, he's made some changes, some drastic changes. All right. Up until June 30th, he had 43 in the third innings pitched, a 21.4 K percentage, a 10.4 walk percentage, 291 ERA, very nice, but 426 FIP kind of told a different story. Since then, Luzardo has 30 innings pitched. He has so a smaller sample size, to be fair, but either way, smaller sample size, but a 32.2 K percentage. His K percentage went up over 11%. That doesn't just happen. His walk percentage went down to 7%. He's got an ERA of 1.80 in that time frame, or since, yeah, in that time frame, and a 332 FIP. Went down a full run in FIP. Insane. What happened? What's going on? Some drastic pitch usage changes here. The sinker has seen a massive increase. At the start of the season, he was throwing it about 22% of the time. Now he's throwing it 60% of the time, and for good reason. He's throwing at 95.5 miles an hour with a 15.9 O swing percentage, which is fairly high for a sinker. That thing's got movement, man. He's got a 65.7 strike percentage, so it is getting strikes left and right. Swing strike percentage, not too high, 7.2, but still, that's not bad for a sinker. The called strike percentage, the percentage of time he's getting called strikes on that sinker, 27.8%. Batters are hitting 137, a 137 batting average against it. The sinker is dominating, and I don't know why it's all of a sudden clicking. I don't know. I don't know the movement patterns or any increase in that respect. He's just throwing it more. And what is he trading out for? He's trading out the four seam. He doesn't have to throw the four seam anymore. And the four seam wasn't necessarily a bad pitch, but early on in the season, it was getting hit fairly hard. Crazy. Absolutely insane. Four seam at the start of the season, he was throwing it 27.9% of the time. Now he's throwing it about 2% of the time. He also started the season throwing a split finger, throwing a splitter. Doesn't throw it anymore. Doesn't throw the splitter anymore. It doesn't look like it. So now he's just a sinker slider guy. Ditched the four seam. It had the four seam also, just to give some context, had a 538 slugging percentage against on the season. That's what it has on the season. Ridiculous. The sinker is such a better pitch, and it's made such a huge difference. The slider as well has stayed pretty consistent. He started throwing it 45% of the time. It was like the pitch for him. Now he's throwing it 37% of the time, less than the sinker, which is huge. And I think just gives the slider so much more room to play. And it's absolutely fantastic. It's a really good slider as well. Almost a 30% for the O swing percentage. People are swinging almost 30% of the time, they're swinging outside of the zone for it. Crazy. The slider also has a 65. Wait, no, that can't be. Oh man, I must have messed that up. Oh no. Oh, I gotta find it now. Bear with me. I had the strike percentage written down, but I think I by accidentally wrote down the same thing as the sinker strike percentage because there is no freaking shot. His slider has a 65.7 strike percentage along with his sinker. Like that's just not a thing. That's not happening. Oh no. This is what we do, guys. This is it. This is the podcast game. You write down a wrong note, and now you're scrambling. You're scrambling to find the right one. But either way, the slider has a 10.1 swinging strike percentage, very nice. 19.4 called strike percentage, good for a 29 CSW percentage on the slider. And yeah, Bizzardo looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, that K percentage jump is gigantic, going from 21% in the first half of the season to 32%. You don't see that. You do not see that. And yeah, it's just crazy. Absolutely insane. Bizzardo's killing it. And he's definitely a weapon that they really need, especially when you get guys like Matt Brash who are gonna, show some holes. Sorry, I'm still looking up this stupid slider strike percentage. Anyways, how are you guys doing? Is this how podcasts go? I just start talking to you about how your day is. Oh my gosh. All right, Slider, where are you? Holy crap. Does this look different? Repertoire. Come on. Where are we at here? Slider. Oh, we're on the slider. Look at that. Beautiful. Strike percentage on the slider. Is it 65 point? No, it's not. Did I mess up somewhere? No, I did mess up. What? That's no. Wait. We both have a 65.7 strike percentage. Oh no. Oh my gosh. That's insane. Oh, I thought I messed up. Oh my goodness. Oh, Bizardo. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, guys, I don't know what does. I don't know what needs to. I don't know what I need to say. I think that's all I need to say for Bizardo. It's got the same strike percentage. Oh my gosh. All right. All right. Let's move on to the piece of resistance here. Raleigh versus Judge. Everybody's talking about it. We got to cover it. We got to talk about it here. Um Now, so this is gonna be a tough one because listen, I know you guys. I know. I see it on Twitter. I see it. People are fighting left and right. Raleigh deserves MVP. More homers, 56 homers, and he's playing catcher. I get it. I get it. I get it. But I don't think Raleigh deserves it. Let's break down the stats real quick. Let's just bask in these stats. Oh my gosh. Cal Raleigh, 657 plate appearances. Now I wrote these down before yesterday's game. So if they're slightly different, I apologize. I apologize if everything's not perfect. I'm a day late. I get it. 657 plate appearances for Raleigh, 56 homers, obviously 14 stolen bases as well. He's got a 14 walk percentage, striking out 26% of the time, which is a good 3% drop from what his average normally is. 343 isolated power, crazy. BABIP is only 245, which is insane for how hard he hits the ball. But even so, he's hitting 247 with a 361 on base and a 590 slugging percentage, a 393 WOBA, 379 x WOBA, 161 runs created plus. That means he's 61% better than the average hitter. Good for a 8.4 F WAR. Now the F stands for Fangraphs because that's the WAR that I like. Because I think it just covers the entire player a little bit better than the Baseball Reference WAR. 8.4 F WAR. It also gives a lot of credit to him as a catcher and as how important that position is, and it's so huge. And we still don't fully grasp how valuable a catcher is. Like I think we can in our minds necessarily, but we can't necessarily see it on the stat sheets. So listen, I'm a stat guy. I'm a nerd, straight up nerd about this, as you've probably noticed in the few episodes I've done so far. Straight up nerd. Um, but we still can't fully grasp the catcher defense, controlling the run game, and then also controlling pitchers, calling the right pitches, and also just calming their pitchers down and just being that trustworthy arm, that trustworthy catcher, should I say? Either way, for defensive statistics, I follow Baseball Savant's defensive statistics. I think, especially for catcher, they're the most. They just cover all the realms fairly well. How accurate are they? Bro, I don't watch every game for every player, so I don't know. And we kind of have to blindly follow to a certain extent. But also, you want to look at consistency. You want to see, is this player doing this consistently? Same thing with any stat. We've got plenty of, you know, guys that break out, but it's not meaningful. And you can tell because you look at their consistency and they don't have it. So you got to look at consistency at the end of the day. Raleigh, at the end of the day, has been extremely consistent defensively. Four total, four for the fielding run value. That's their overall stat for defense overall. He's 79th percentile. That means he's almost right in the top 20% there for overall defense at catcher. He is above average in caught stealing. He's 73rd percentile in that, which is fantastic. Framing, he is fantastic. For framing runs, that just means that he's I don't remember how they calculate it actually, but either way, he's 85th percentile. So once again, top 20% there. The only thing that he is negative in is blocking. blocking the pitches. He is 10th percentile in that. So near near the bottom 10% in that. So that's the only thing he's not good at, which honestly, of all those stats, blocking is the one that I care the least about. Obviously it means a whole lot, especially at the end of the game when, you've got a man on third and you've got a guy that likes to spike the slider or whatever it is. You want to have a catcher that you can trust and be able to just freaking yank that curveball and trust that Raleigh's going to be able to block it. He's not fantastic at blocking the ball, but I would rather him be good at framing. That covers the entire game. Caught stealing, obviously, and then overall defense, he is more than above average. So, amazing bat, very good defense, which is also consistent with him as a player. Now, this has been a slight step down defensively, compared to past couple years. He's been one of the best, and he is very, very good. And like I said, top 20% of catchers. But he used to be top 10%, the past couple of years. So I do believe these stats are pretty accurate. Um, Now Aaron Judge, he's the enemy here. Aaron Judge is having just another Aaron Judge season. 628 plate appearances, so about 30 plate appearances less. Not a huge sample size, not big enough to really move me at all. 48 home runs for him, 8 less than Raleigh. 11 stolen bases, 3 less than Raleigh. An 18 walk percentage, 4% higher than Raleigh. That's significant enough. Striking out less, 24.2% of the time. A 350 isolated power, just a little bit above Raleigh. A 375 bat, BABIP, a batting average on balls in play. 375 is crazy, but also it's Aaron Judge. He's hitting the crap out of the ball. He's batting 326 with a 451 on base and a 676 slugging percentage. Oh, gosh. A 457 WOBA and a 468 X WOBA. That's insane. 199 runs created plus. That's crazy. 8.8 F4, and he's doing very good defensively. He's 76th overall in fielding run value, 76th percentile, 77th percentile in outs above average. That's kind of their range stat. Arm value. So how accurate is he with the arm? 86th percentile. He's very accurate. And then arm strength. How hard is he throwing it? And how far can he throw it? Really, 84th percentile in arm strength. So Judge is oh my gosh. Yeah, Judge is the better player. I would give him the MVP personally. Now obviously I don't want to say that. I want Riley to win it. That'd be great. But also just for the sake of, getting it right, I think I would like Judge to get it. Um awards don't mean too much to me. I don't know. The way the writers are, it just all right, I can't get on this tangent. Either way, yeah, I just don't think I think Raleigh is amazing, and him being above average at catcher definitely moves the needle for me. Like, it does. The difference, hitting wise, is just insane. I mean, listen, I can't do it, man. I just can't. I can't deny Judge the MVP just because Raleigh has more home runs, and a couple more stolen bases. It's just not. Or the main reason, if I was to give Raleigh the MVP, it would be because of catcher and because of the way he's running the team and the intangibles. But I am not a believe. I can't bank too much on the intangibles. Like it just I don't know. It just doesn't move me enough because it's so subjective. I don't know how much he's affecting the game. Like I don't know. And we can only judge on the numbers that we have and what we see on the field. And Raleigh is amazing, but the numbers on Judge's side are just a stupid amount, decent amount better. And runs created plus is probably one of my favorite hitting stats overall, just because it really narrows it down to a percentage of how much better you are than the average player. Um, and it's also park adjusted, so it doesn't matter where you're playing. And it's also league adjusted and time adjusted. So it's adjusting everything to where you're playing and how good everybody else is doing in respect to you and how good you're doing. It's such a great stat, and if you guys ever want me to, like, break it down, you wanna have a stat segment or something like that, and, if you're having if you're getting annoyed with these, sabermetric stats, I don't wanna, like I'm not trying to gatekeep at all. I want everybody to be in on it, because it's such a beautiful, stat that just kind of culminates everything hitting-wise, or just offensively, should I say. And 161 runs created plus on Raleigh's side is fantastic, but 199 is otherworldly, and I think that's what should win Judge the MVP. I think Judge deserves it. I want Raleigh's having such an amazing season, and he's making history in other ways. He doesn't need the MVP. He doesn't need it. He's having such an amazing season. First year in the extension. Oh my gosh, what an extension. This is insane. Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, I think Judge deserves it. Next up, we're doing the game preview here for tonight's game. Luis Castillo is going versus Stephen Kolek. Um, Castillo, we've broken him down many a time. I mean, he's a pitcher that has me biting my nails a lot. Especially when he's not at home. We covered it earlier. His home versus away stats are just ridiculous. At home, he's got a 271 ERA over 93 innings pitched. Away, he's got 74 innings pitched and a 509 ERA. I don't know. Can he come through? Can he come through at home? I don't know, bro. But the Royals should not be that scary. I think the only thing that I'm a little worried about, especially looking at the stats, was Michael Garcia has some really good stats versus Luis Castillo. So I don't know about that. Um, if he's coming through, Bobby Witt, obviously, Vinny Pasquantino, Perez, the same old. Just get through this lineup. And yeah, the like I covered Castillo earlier this week, doing the player profile on him. The slider and changeup just aren't getting the swings and misses that they used to. So keep an eye on that. Hopefully they start getting some swings and misses, man, because we need him to start coming through, or we need Miller to stop giving up 3-run homers. That would be nice. Um, but yeah, I do feel fairly confident in this game. Stephen Kolek, I don't know too much about him. He's a low strikeout ground ball guy, kitchen sink guy as well. Throws fastball, sinker, slider, cutter, changeup, I think, is in there. Yeah, full kitchen sink. Um, he's got 99 and a third innings pitched. He's split up this season between the Padres and the Royals so far. He's only had 3 starts with the Royals so far. Done okay, not striking out like anybody. Like really, like I think it was like a 6 Ks per nine. I don't know what percentage that comes out to, but that's pretty low. Yeah, he's thrown 99 in the third innings pitch so far this season, 0.72 whip overall, 51 ground ball percentage, 3.71 ERA, and a 3.90 FIP. So he's been good. I also don't hate this. The Mariners are a strikeout team, and consistently ranking in the upper echelon of K percentage, amongst other teams. So pitch to contact, kind of like that for the Mariners. They hit the ball hard enough, and yeah, let's take advantage. We saw Kyle Hendricks or ooh, when did we see Kyle Hendricks? Was that last week? It was last week, Sunday maybe. Sunday with the blow up. Yeah. It was Sunday. I'm losing it, guys. But yeah, pitch to contact. I think that plays for the Mariners. I think they can win this game and hopefully go into the Astros series. Only half a game back. We're only half a game back, guys. We're okay. Take a deep breath. We're fine. We're gonna get right back into the race, and we're gonna be okay. It's one loss. We won 10 straight. Okay, take a deep breath. We're on the road. We know it's gonna. We knew it was gonna be rough around the road. We knew it, but and here we are, and it is. So everybody, calm down. Take a deep breath. I'll see you guys back next week. Whoop. Oh my gosh, sorry. The last podcast I did was like once a week. So that's, if you ever catch me doing that, don't it's Thursday. It's Thursday. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment if you have any questions. Once again, if you want me to cover a specific stat that you just don't understand, let's break it down together because I am no genius when it comes to this stuff. I'm just a nerd. Just a nerd that likes the stats. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.